Good morning, everybody. It's Barb Katie here again. Still hoping that spring will arrive. We're forecasting maybe even a few snow showers up a little bit higher in the mountains today, and it's a little bit nippy. Uh, the flowers and some of the plants that are already out are a little bit confused, but they're doing the best they can to get through this little cold snap that has descended upon descended upon us up here in the hills of West Virginia. My walk today will feature a warm coat and probably uh, cap or earmuffs of some kind just to keep the chill at bay. I woke up this morning and it was below freezing again, and it's now warmed up to a balmy 40, so that's a good thing. We'll make the best of it and get through it. Summer will definitely shine, and May flowers are just on the horizon. So I'm feeling pretty positive about how everything is going to progress the rest of the day. One thing for sure, time flies when you're having fun. And so I tried every day to find something that brings me a smile, makes me feel happy. And today is no different. And one of the things that really makes me smile is trying something new. I got to thinking about that early this morning when I was putzing about the house, and same old was going through my mind. I have a definite routine that gets me started right in the beginning of my day. But sometimes it's like I'm in a rut. I need to step out of this rut and just do something a little bit different today. Shake things up so I don't get set in my ways totally. And that makes it a little bit harder to be flexible and adapt and change when you don't look at your routine and shake things up a little bit. I think I've got a stray here somewhere. I'm not sure. There, I think I got it now. At any rate, what I thought I'd talk to you today about was how set in your ways are you? And the reason I thought about that is um, I was asking myself some questions, and the first one, or thinking about things I said, uh, and well, asking myself questions too. Anyway, how many times have you said when somebody has been talking about something they're trying for that's new to them? Oh, I've been there, done that. I have the T-shirt. Um, well, is that helpful to the other person who's trying it for the first time? Is that how uh, you are supportive to another person? Or would you be better off serve saying, "Oh, wow, is this the first time you've ever tried that? I tried it several times, and here's what I learned that might help you enjoy it more. Or here's something I learned that you might want to avoid so you don't have to make the same mistake the first time I tried it." How we respond to new ideas, new thoughts, new activities, uh, new tasks, new skills is very, very important, not just to us personally, but also to the other person. Um, and then I got to thinking about places I've been, things I've done, people I've been with at the time, where they have said to me, "Oh, let's go give this a try." The one that comes to mind first, because it was the most recent, was zip lining. A friend of mine, we were out in an area where that was a possibility. It was at one of this, it was a resort area, but it was more like rustic, uh, out in the fresh air, open air activity section of this resort. And I'm thinking to myself, uh, you're an intelligent woman. Are you going to hold on to that and allow yourself to hurl yourself down a mountain from a perfectly solid platform? And I'm resisting, and I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to learn this new skill or not. And then what slapped up inside my brain was, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You know, am I going to have that type of static thinking that is going to prevent me from the opportunity to learn and grow and experience something new and exciting in my life? Um, how resistant am I really? Do I encourage myself, no matter what my age or skill sets are, to try to expand my boundaries a little bit, to expand the way I see myself in the world and what I can do to help myself embrace trying something new? Um, then after that, I got to thinking about another saying that I've heard a million times. You've probably heard it as well, and it is attributed to Albert Einstein. I'm sure when I say it, you're going to remember it too. If you keep insanity is defined as doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. You know, that's really when I see myself as being stuck in my ways. And I think in my coach journey, sometimes I really have to watch that because I do get in a rut if I'm not careful about what I'm doing to try to make myself as healthy and strong as possible. You know, I keep doing it over and over. And the reason this came to mind to me so clearly when I was reflecting is I had had a fall and I had injured my left leg in the fall and probably should have had some rehab. But of course, I did not go to rehab. I just said, well, it's okay. It'll heal itself and I'll be fine. Well, it's not been totally fine. I did limit my mobility in that fall. But I had to be honest with myself that I was not following the recommended exercises that were new to me to help strengthen that leg after the fall. And so I had gone back to what I normally did in my daily routine as far as activity and exercise is concerned. And the leg was not improving. Well, the leg wasn't improving because it needed something different. And if I didn't want to do different, chances are the leg was not going to get better. But I was a little bit stubborn and bullheaded about it. And I kept doing the same things I'd always done, expecting it to get better on its own. Uh, Only when I set that manner of being aside and got out the instructions for these special exercises to help strengthen the injured leg, did I in fact begin to improve. I had to try the new exercises and do things a little differently. And I can tell you that the results were really phenomenal in a very short period of time. I could see a change. I could see the leg getting stronger, and eventually it did to return to its former state of supporting me throughout my day and allowing me to do the things that I normally do in a given day. But it was only because I was willing to change that I actually got back to where I began and could begin to do more because the leg was re-strengthened. The other thing that I think about with some of us, you will say, I just don't understand. I'm doing this, this, and this that I've always done all my life. And I'm not getting the results I want. Well, I'm probably getting the results I always got. But if I want different results, just like with my leg, that's not good enough. I have to be willing to do something else. If I keep doing what I always did, I'm going to keep getting what I always got. Sometimes we have simply to do different. And that brings me to really um, the whole purpose of today. I had a question for you. Uh, and just jot in the comments, if you will, today, your responses. When was the last time you did something for the very first time? And don't just say the activity. Tell me how you felt. Tell me if it changed your way of thinking about yourself. Tell me what you learned from the experience, because all of us, I think, are hesitant to do something new because it's unknown. We don't know how it's going to turn out. Spending some time trying new activities and learning new things keeps us fresh, keeps us invigorated. And today, what thing can you do for the first time that you have never done before? You may have thought about it, but you just didn't make the time or um, make the effort to allow yourself the experience. Uh, figure out things you're good at, and within that bailiwick, maybe there's something that you can pick out that you've always wanted that relates to that, um, and give it a try. One of the things that I remember most, and the change can be profound. It isn't always about doing the thing; it's about what you learn about yourself and others in the attempt to do the thing. One year at a TOPS retreat, for example, we were at a facility, a lovely, lovely facility that had a rock climbing wall. And every day, as we took walks and stuff, we would go past this rock climbing wall. I'd never rock climbed, and it looked pretty intimidating to me because it was high. It probably went up, I'd say 20 feet in the air, which if you spend your life on the ground, that's pretty high distance when you stand and look up like that at it. Uh, but more and more as we would walk each day, several times a day, going back and forth to the meetings and to the dining hall and to each other's uh, lodges where we were staying throughout the facility, we would go past that wall, and I would talk about it with whoever happened to be walking in at that time. I said, I've never rock climbed. I really think I'd like to give it a try. What do you think? And so the conversation was being spread throughout the group, and we all were getting a little bit interested in it because none of us had ever done it. And so I went up to the director of the camp and talked to him about it. I said, we would be interested, I think, in doing this. Is it possible? And he said, oh, yeah, sure. I'll get a couple of the guys and they'll come out and, get the rigging up and get the helmets out and the harnesses and the ropes for you so you'll be safe when you do it. And we set a day and a time to do the climb. And I went in that evening and announced to everybody what we were going to be doing. And I said, now, the important thing here is that everyone participate. No, that doesn't mean everybody has to get on the wall, but we all need to show up. We all need to be there to get out of it whatever we can, because some of us have never even seen somebody try to climb a wall. So the time The next day came, we all went out, it was a beautiful day. We're sitting on sort of a grassy hill across from the wall, uh, deciding who was gonna go first. It was not me, I went, but it was not me that went first. I was not that brave, I was a little hesitant, and we made attempts at the wall. All ages, all sizes, all shapes, all heights, all different physical abilities, we began to give it a try. It was so interesting to me because very soon what all of us were doing, whatever effort was being made was applauded and encouraged. And the responses of the people, and almost all of us tried, uh, to climb the wall was absolutely astounding. Out of the whole group of us, only 5 made it all the way to the top. But out of the group of us, everyone made some type of contribution to the activity. Even if we felt we could not harness up and lift our leg high enough to start the first step of the climb on the wall, we could cheer, we could support, we could encourage, we could give water to them when they got down off the wall. So we tried our best at being supporters and cheerleaders of each other. What a great lesson to learn with a group of friends who need support throughout this journey that we're on. And it did not matter if you made it up 2 steps, 3 steps, or to the top. The thing was, we all were there. We all did what we could with what we had, where we were, and we all tried something different. That's what I want for you today. Um, I want you to think about something that you've perhaps thought about before that you've never tried. It could be something much less adventuresome than climbing a rock wall or going zip lining. It could be knitting, crocheting, trying to play an instrument, writing a short story, doing some type of woodworking, uh, learning to play pickleball. It could be even volunteering to read books at a nursery school. Whatever. Pick out something for yourself that is new and different to try and get your cheerleaders with you and go out and make it happen. And then reflect on what a difference expanding your horizons makes in the way you see yourself on your TOPS journey. Hopefully, next week, all of you will have reported to me in the comments something that you tried for the first time this week. With that thought in mind, I'm going to say bye for now and get busy with my day and figure out what kind of mischief I can get myself into as I try something different for the first time. Talk to you later. Bye.